Please put your hands together for Timothy Paczynski.
Hello. So, a couple quick things before I start the story. One, it's not uncommon for men to piss themselves when they drink more than 10 drinks. So, cool. Second, the name I'm using today is Alice for the woman I broke up with. She's actually really nice, but just so you know, it comes from Bob and Alice discovered the surreal numbers. So, if you have kids and you want to teach them about math, it's real fun. Okay, cool. So, how did this all start? I was a senior in high school. I had just moved back home with my mother, which was great. I had gotten out of juvie, which is also great. And I decided that I really wanted to get a girlfriend, which was stupid. And so I, kind of like surveyed the women in my high school. I had recently moved there. And I found one that I thought was rather swell. It just so happened to be that she was like the most popular girl at school. And if you can't tell yet, I'm extremely awkward. So I kind of like started hitting on this girl. She was really smart, did like a bunch of anatomy, I think it's called, and physiology. And I had happened to like get into this college course with her. And so this was kind of like my like segue in. And surprisingly, it worked like really well. And we hit it off, we started dating. And that was great. She's like really attractive and really, really Catholic. And she really thought I should be Catholic, which was cool. I gave that a go. It was unorthodox. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, and so we did all this, and so it turns out I'm like really scared to meet her parents. Before me, she dated like this dude who was like the star of the football team. He's super muscular. He's like really fucking scary, and he would yell at me sometimes. When I would meet him at parties, he'd be like, "Why are you with my girlfriend?" And I'd be like, "Oh God, sorry." So yeah, it was weird. And the funniest thing I think was her parents like are these really like Republican, like hardcore, like conservative folks. And so, of course, like me being a fuck, I was like, how am I ever gonna like get along with these people? I'm trying to like date this woman. And they love me. And they were like best friends with my probation officer. So, like basically I had to like stop going to the courthouse. And on Sundays, I would go to Mass, hit up my PO, pee in a cup. It was like really convenient. And so, it was like ironically so convenient that like 6 months into our relationship, when I found out I really wasn't into her, I kept kind of dating her. Also not advisable. And it was like for these like really stupid reasons. Like I could sleep at her house. Like so I like worked a night job. So I'd like come home from school, go do a sport sometimes, and then at like 7 I would go work in a factory till like 2 a.m. And then I would just go over to her place, and her like really conservative parents were like, "No, yeah, you can totally sleep here. Like you're not gonna sleep with our daughter. Like just upstairs. Like it's cool." And I was like, "Yeah, thanks," which is really nice of them, and I'm really thankful for. And through all this, I ended up getting really close to her dad, which I should have known was a bad sign, because I was like a really bad kid. But one thing leads to another. We're kind of near the end of our relationship. We graduate high school, and we go out to like a graduation party, like a bonfire. And so I didn't actually think I was going to graduate high school, let alone like go to college, get a degree, get a job. Like those things were kind of like revelations. So when I like made that first milestone, I was like, holy shit, I did it. I drank way too much beer. Didn't do anything like offensive, really. Kind of. The one thing that I did that was offensive was when I went back to her house, because she had given me a ride home, after she found me, because I got drunk and just decided I really needed to run around. And I ran like a mile or two in the country. She like put me on the couch to go to bed, totally fine, I hear. And then I woke up and I had drank so much beer, I had not like peed on the couch, I had like peed through the couch. Which like, I know it's gonna be really hard to ever look me in the eyes after this again. But like, trust me, I figured it out, I just used the mirror. So yeah, and I mean, obviously her mother was horrified. She's like, you pissed through my couch? It's not even like a functional sentence, I don't think. And she was mortified, and her dad, who like would be away on work, came back, and I was like, fuck, here we go. She's gonna like ream me. I'm so scared. What happened was, he got back, he came in, he's like, you peed through my couch, we should talk outside. And I was like, great, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. This is gonna be fun. Closed the door, and he started laughing. He thought it was fucking hilarious. And then he proceeded to tell a story about, well, I'm actually, in case anyone I know from my hometown ever sees this, I'm not gonna tell you what that story was about. But it's about him and his wife, and it had some reminiscence. So that was cool. Anyway, long story short, after this, things don't go very great in our relationship. And as you might imagine, this is probably like a scarring moment for her. It probably should have been a scarring moment for me too, but oh well. And so one day after work, I'm like, I'm gonna break up with her. I'm gonna do it. It's like time. I'm just gonna take a nap first. So, like I need some, oh God, I'm not talking to the mic really. I need some courage, and so I take this nap, and next thing you know, I'm like up, I'm like got the text drafted, I'm about to send it, and I notice I missed a call from her, and this is, yeah, so if this isn't funny, I'm sorry, but this is my punchline. I said me and her dad are pretty similar. So she called me, and as I was like gonna be like, we should break up, she's like, my dad divorced my mom. So it shouldn't be funny, but like it's really funny because we were just so similar. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Timothy.